Hello, my name is Seana Fuller, and I want to tell a story about my middle school experience in having a learning disability. I'm going to be honest, I didn't know I had a learning disability. I thought I was considered normal like everybody else. I could talk, I could walk, I could sit, like basic skills like that. I thought I was normal, but, well, quote unquote normal. When I went to middle school, I just wanted to be accepted. I thought it was an amazing time in my life. I'm older now. I wanted to make friends, and I wanted to have fun and learn, but it was hard at times because 6th grade, it was just too overwhelming. Like, the first day was already an issue. I got picked on. An adult was yelling at me on the first day. It was really bad. Like, I just wanted to be loved and treated with respect.
Hello, my name is Miss Hubbard, and I knew Seana in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade here at the Lila Frederick Pilot Middle School. Well, you were part of the resource room that I was working in with Miss Mook, and I remember in 6th grade you were very shy at first, and I remember you had a hard time. You struggled. You had some tough girls in your class, some girls that were kind of like bullies, a little bit, you know. And I remember your stutter being much more pronounced than this, and you were conscious of that. But I also remember you as a student who was determined to do well and knew that she could do what all the other kids were doing. And you proved that to us over the next 3 years.
I didn't have that many friends. There were friends that pretended to be my friend and would just do stuff that I just didn't like. And I had other group of people tease me daily. I got into physical fights, verbal fights. I felt like I had to defend myself, and I felt like I had to put on a persona like, okay, if you're mean to me, I'm gonna be meaner, and that's just what it is. It stopped me. My grades were poor. I had a warning on my progress report. I felt ashamed, but I didn't automatically think that it was me and my social skills and the bullying that was happening. I thought it was just my way of just learning, I guess.
My name is Katie Kersey. I am a special ed teacher at the Frederick Middle School, and I knew Seana when she was in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. So you grew a lot during your 3 years here. When I first met you, you were a 6th grader, and you were having a lot of trouble with kids that weren't being nice to you, and you were struggling keeping up with the pace of your classroom, and you would have a lot of outbursts that were really disruptive to both your education and the other students' education. You needed help, and you were kind of trying to figure out a way to ask for it. One of the things that I've always been most impressed about you is that you figured out a way to ask for help, and you figured out what you needed. When things weren't going right, you would go to your teachers and say, I need this, which is a really impressive skill that a lot of adults don't even have. You came into my room about halfway through 6th grade because you needed a smaller classroom that was a little more nurturing and was able to work at your pace. You immediately were so sweet to all the other kids in my room, and you made really nice friends right away. It was a much better fit for the rest of your 6th grade year. In 7th grade, you pulled me aside and you said, this work is too easy for me. I can't do it. And you were right, it was. So we were able to figure out a way for you to go back into some of your old gen ed classes and get work that was challenging for you, but then stay in my room for some of the work that you needed extra help with, and just to be in that more supportive environment with kids that were nicer. And then by 8th grade, you weren't even in my room at all anymore, I don't think, because you went on to another classroom that gave you harder work and prepared you to go off to high school, and transform you into the beautiful, smart young woman you are today?
When I switched my class over to Miss Kersey's class, I realized that I needed a lot more support. I didn't know about it at first. Miss Mook didn't give me that much information. She just sent me to that class, but when I walked in, I felt good. Like, hey, like, Miss Kersey's the sweetest teacher I ever met, and so is the other teachers, and you know. But over time, I felt it was too overwhelming at first. It's just like I wasn't trying to be rude or disrespectful. I just like the fact that it's thrown in my face that Seana needs help, Seana needs help, Seana needs help, Seana needs help. But over time, I noticed that the students in Ms. Kersey's class weren't any different from me. They had emotions, they had feelings, they had situations. They were just like me, and I made strong bonds with most of the students, and they looked up to me. They thought that Seana has more experience, Seana's relatable, Seana's sweet. Let's all get to know her and be nice to her. And I felt warm in that class and welcomed that I never felt before. I was always overwhelmed and nervous to be in class, but her class, it was just different. I didn't feel that at all. I felt relaxed. I could learn, I could focus more better. And I really appreciate all the support that I had in that class during my time. Ms. Kersey's class definitely made me figure out what strengths I had compared to the general ed class. I was focusing on the negative and my weaknesses. And her class made me focus on the positive stuff about me. Speech therapist, Miss Hippis. Hello, Miss Hippis, if you're watching this. But thank you so much. Like, you helped me a lot with my social skills and my speech. I have a stutter, and it's mild. It's to the point where you don't even notice it at times. I mean, it's hard sometimes because, like, I take a little bit longer saying stuff. A stutter is a communication disorder in which the flow of speech is broken by repetitions, prolongations, or abnormal stop pages of sounds and symbols. Throughout my middle school experience, I also learned that my stutter does not define me as a person. It is a part of me, but it is not who I am. Kids who make a big deal, like, why do you talk like that? And what's wrong with you? Miss Hippis helped me got through my stutter, and that it's okay. It's a speech disorder. It's not a phase. It's not a joke. I know you guys often make fun of people that have stutters. It's not funny. People in this world do have stutters, and that it's no joke. And it takes them a little bit longer. So what? Even though I was in this welcoming, warming environment, I still had low self-esteem. I still had high emotional outbursts. It wasn't easy. I was emotionally drained. I thought I wasn't good enough. I thought whenever I did academics, it just wasn't enough. It's like Miss Kersey's class, 1 minute I feel good about myself, great about myself. And when I went to the general ed class, I really felt bad that I didn't have potential. I wasn't like the other kids, without realizing that you're you. You need to be yourself. One of my greatest moments about my life was my maturity. I discovered things that I didn't know before. My self-esteem was definitely higher than it was before. I wanted to do more in my life. I wanted to give back. I wanted to help others. I taught people things that they should benefit from. And that you don't need somebody else's approval. You need your approval first. Once you get your approval, then you're all set. You matter, not someone else's opinion about you. I just changed. Like, I didn't care anymore. Like, I let bygones be bygones, and I was really happy to be in another classroom with students, and I was able to recognize what my ambitions were and what I wanted to do after high school, and I was motivated to do work, and my grades were amazing. I got all A's and B's, and yeah, I'm proud of that. I cut off a lot of people. I didn't speak to them anymore, and there are people that I made friends with and built strong bonds with, and I made friends easily, and socializing wasn't that hard for me at times. There was a girl in my class with a physical disability, insensitive. Her and I became friends. I was like a big sister to her. I didn't want to push her away because I saw her through me. I saw the same emotions I was going through her. I had no one. She had a friend that I didn't have when I was in 6th grade. She looked nervous. She was really upset. Like, I gave her a hug. I'm like, it's gonna be okay. 6th grade is always, the big day, and we don't know what to expect. And she needed a little bit more support in the class that we were in together. They didn't give her enough support, and I helped her emotionally, academically. I taught what I've been through in my early years of middle school and helped someone else that was going through the similar emotions I've been through. That was a blessing. I helped somebody that was like me. At the end, I succeeded. I got my certificate. I was able to go to a high school that I was really interested in, and that it takes time and effort to get to where you want to be. I want you guys to get out of this is that having a learning disability doesn't mean that you can't learn. You learn differently, and taking your time is always the best way of learning something new. That whatever people say about you, don't take it seriously. Just ignore. I know it's hard, but it takes practice, and it took me practice because the whole 6th grade I took everything seriously. And find a comfortable classroom that will support you and will help you and to build you up. You will learn from this later. You will become a strong individual person. It doesn't last forever. You grow, you change. Don't be afraid to ask for help. I ask for help all the time. That's just me. I really don't care. Ask teachers, ask counselors, ask therapists, ask anybody, ask the principal. You feel comfortable with that person, tell them and ask them for help, and don't be afraid. You're not different. You're not special. You just need more support.
Don't be afraid to ask for it.